Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Freddie Gibbs.
Yes, sir.
Freddie G.
Welcome back.
Back again.
I want to argue right off the top, Freddie.
Oh,
What's
God.
that? Okay, here
Why-
you go.
why-
Here you go. Starting shit.
Why you got smoking Spike Lee over Malcolm X, man?
Man, I like Spike Lee. It was just a joke, man. You know, like when I say F somebody or F my homie, it just be jokes, man. I love Spike Lee, man.
Oh, okay. I'm listening to the album. I'm like,
It was a joke.
You was like Spike depicted Malcolm in a certain way to get
He kind
funding.
of did a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
That's
a little bit.
The
But
autobiography of Malcolm X. Malcolm did drugs.
he did. He did. And I was talking to some of the brothers at the mosque about it. So, you know, it is what it is. It was, I like Spike Lee. I like Spike.
I like Spike Lee, but I feel
So they didn't
fuck
like
him
the
up, but I
depiction. A lot of some of the brothers you spoke to didn't like the depiction.
They didn't kind of like it that much, you know what I'm saying? So when I was, when I was writing that rap, I just threw a little shot at Spike, but I love Spike Lee, man.
But did they
Put
read
me
the
in one of
book?
your movies, my nigga. I love it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can forget it now.
That's out of the question.
It's over with.
I forgot what record that was. It was dope as hell.
It's
though.
called Flat Tummy Tea.
Flat Tummy Tea. There you
Yeah,
go.
definitely.
Because I, when you see the title, you think it's
Be
gonna
all
be
up in them
about
guts like flat tummy.
Yeah, definitely.
be
Yeah,
about
man.
women, but it's not.
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, let's talk about this album because I saw Hip Hop DX gave it a perfect score. So
As they should.
I'm not mad at it.
As
How
they
does
should.
that feel? The fact that so many people were talking about how great this album is.
I mean, me and Madlib, we already had did Pinata before in 2014. So, I wanted to kind of just follow up that with, something on the same level or better. And I had to, write a lot of this stuff when I was like locked up in Austria. So, it was a real special project for me.
And you talk about that on the album too,
Yeah.
being locked up in Austria.
Yeah,
and what that
definitely.
experience was like.
Horrible.
You couldn't even eat anything.
Nah, I definitely couldn't eat none of that pork or none of that they was feeding me up in there, man. But,
You see what's going on with ASAP now.
I do.
In Sweden.
That's bad. I don't really know the ins and outs of his situation, so I can't really speak on it. But I see it, and it's that's a different country. That's what he in, like Sweden. Or
Sweden,
something.
yeah.
Didn't they like beat somebody up or something like that?
But the people were like
Oh, yeah, they
following
were following
him
him,
around.
harassing him. He actually tried to get away. It was like, he filmed it, was like, yo, please leave me alone. Like, I don't want to go to jail.
Ooh.
You're bothering, harassing me. They had it on video. The guys was grabbing random chicks at girls' asses. So it just seems a little crazy.
Oh, damn, yeah. I mean, I got accused of something I totally did not do at all. So
The girl had a dream.
Yeah, off of a dream.
I
so.
still can't believe that, and I feel like in a way it should be more emphasis put on that situation. That she said she had a dream that
Yeah.
you sexually assaulted her, and you
Yeah.
got locked up. Like she literally told the courts that.
She literally told the court that, and it was just like, a woman's statement over there in Europe is like considered like hard evidence. So you basically guilty to proven innocent. So A$AP Rocky, he guilty to proven innocent right now.
Can you
But I'm
think about
saying there's
suing?
nobody that said it's. She said she had a
You didn't
dream,
even say you
guy.
did something.
Like a dream.
Can you ever
dream.
forgive her for something like that? Like, how do you forgive? Because we talk about forgiveness. Have you been like,
Nah, B. I'm sorry.
Forgive.
You answer.
Yeah, man.
how do you process that?
I can't because I can't. I feel like my mom told me when I came up out of that situation, you can't really dwell on all of that stuff and letting that negative stuff affect you going forward. So do I forgive her? But I don't got no grudge with her though.
Do you still? How come you didn't sue? Or are you just like, I just want to get out of here and let it go?
I did. We took some legal action, and there's still some things that we, plan on doing. But I mean, I just like, I really wanted to get back to my kids, and I definitely didn't want to go back over there to Austria and sit in no more courtrooms and none of that stuff. And I just wanted to finish my projects and just get back to me and me, man. I don't really even like dwelling on that. I definitely didn't want to go back over there.
Do you still want to go overseas to do shows? Or is
Oh
one of them
yeah,
like,
oh
Get that
yeah.
money.
Give me
You
my
gotta
check now.
start-
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Okay.
I got a Europe tour book, in a month. So
Not going to Austria though.
Nah, never. I never go to that country ever again. Y'all will never get a show. I don't care if y'all pay me $5 million. Never.
Now, you said kids. Because when you went, you
Kids.
had one. So you have two children now.
Yeah, I got a son now.
Oh, congrats,
Freddie
man.
Gibbs Jr.
Congrats.
How does that change you?
I
I mean, because daughters change you in one way, but then having a son changes you in another way.
change your bank account. I say that. Nah, but it's cool, man. I'm glad that I feel like I got it out the way now. I don't want no more kids now. I'm good. I got a boy and a girl. I'm straight. But having a son is it's cool. It's cool. I'm learning a lot. Being a parent so far. I mean, between him and Irie, man, it's a handful. But
What's your relationship with your son's mother?
we cool. My son's mother and my daughter's mother, we all cool. I mean, it was, of course, it was a difficult situation at first, but you know, it's all about being a man and handling yours, and I'm, you know, real responsible about what I do, so I don't really have no problems with the mothers of my children at all.
What are the things that you were taught about manhood that you wouldn't teach your son because you don't feel like they really served you?
That's a good ass question. You said things that I wouldn't teach my son?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely a lot of the street stuff. You know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't don't want to expose him to a lot of those things that I had to be exposed to, and he don't have to be. I mean, you know, he live in the suburbs. He can go to private school and do all that. I didn't have those opportunities granted to me, so, you know, I'm just gonna try to, you know, not expose him to, you know, as much of the, you know, that element of things, you know, pretty much, you know, because I don't want him to be like me at all. I definitely want him to be way better. You know, my father always told me to be way better than what he was, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't want no duplicate or carbon copy. I want him to go be a lawyer or something like that, you know what I mean?
And how do you, you know, they always, especially dudes that come from the hood, they feel like they got to instill some hood in their kids. Do you feel the need to do that?
Nah, man. I don't feel like, you know, my son don't got nothing to prove. You know, I want him to go and be educated and be great. Like, you know, there ain't nothing to fight for. I took all those lumps for him already. Him and, you know, my little brother. My little brother's a doctor. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, he just finished his residency. He's you know,
dope.
One of the youngest, best OBGYN doctors in the country. You know what I mean? So, you know, so like I said, man, I took those lumps so they didn't have to deal with that.
Well, has it been 5 years since you put out music?
It haven't. What you been?
No, it's only been 5 years since the last album.
Yeah, since
with Madlib.
that last album. I put out some music last year. You just been sleeping on it, man. You just sleep on it. I be sending it to you, but you be sleeping on it. It's all good. I be sending you all kind of shit. It's all good, though.
You know what makes me go listen to?
I ain't tripping, though. You gonna have to, now you gonna go back. It's all good. See, I ain't tripping.
Type your name in the search and see.
You know what makes me listen to your music when I'm watching your Instagram and you post clips, because your Instagram is crazy already.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one Instagram page that I always go to look at what he's posting. I don't even know where you get some of those clips from sometimes. But then you'll play a song of yours and I'll be like, oh, that sounds dope. Let me go listen to this.
Yeah, man. I don't know, the Instagram. I just don't take myself serious on Instagram. I just love posting funny shit all day, and you know, and I don't know. I just like to laugh, man. If you
I tell everybody, I be, look at this. I'm always like, look at what.
I feel like rappers just take themselves too serious, man. Everybody hard, everybody like instantly rich, everybody fucking everybody bitch and everything. So I don't know, man. I don't really.
Pinata was 2014 though.
Definitely, that was 2014.
Okay, so that was considered your last album.
I guess, man. If you want to say that's the last shit you listen to, nigga, that's the last one you listen to. Last year I had Freddie with Alchemist and Currency, and I had the Freddie project. You heard that?
I heard the joint with Alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You know, it's all good, man. Don't even trip, man. It's all good. We gonna get you. You know.
You say on the new album that you had some reservations about going independent.
Correct. I've been independent this whole time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had a major deal. Well,
this is a major label release, though, a
now,
partnership.
Now, this is the first time that this is the first release ever on a major label. That's probably why you didn't know all the rest of that other shit. So, you know.
You know what's interesting? I was like, Freddie done changed, man, because I was like hitting him up to come on the show and trying to schedule the time, and then he said, okay, Lambo gonna hit you up. So he had Lambo hit me up, and then Lambo's like, the label wants to know. I'm like, damn, I ain't never heard that coming from Freddie Gibbs before. The label.
I ain't never heard it. I'm like, damn. I walked up in RCA yesterday and was chilling with Peter Edge. He was like, hey, man, this album should win a Grammy, man. I was like, damn, dog, like, for real. Like, you know, to get the support from a building, you know, I've never had that in my career, period. So, you know, to get that from those guys, you know, shout out to Tunji and Jared and everybody over there at Keep Cool. They really gave me a good opportunity to, you know, do something great.
Why do that now?
It was a timing, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, my whole career I was independent, and I was.
But you're not signed though. It's a joint venture, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my whole career, I you know, was, you know, shout out to everybody at Empire. I was working with Ghazi and Nemo over there and stuff like that. But I just felt like it was just time to just level up with this project that I did. You know what I mean? And I just want to just keep things, you know, moving in a positive direction. And Tunji helped me do that.
How did you and Madlib work together in the studio? Because I know a lot of times people send beats and then you rap over. How did that work?
Madlib, I mean, he don't even got a phone, man. So it's just like, you know, when you catch up with him and get some beats, it's like
What you mean he ain't got no phone?
He don't have a phone, bro. He got an iPad.
We put a bat signal in the air to get him.
You do, definitely. You really do. It's how I asked Lambo. You got to, you know, get up with Egon and get him to come to the studio. But when you get him in there, man, it's magic. You know what I mean? Like he eats, sleep, and breathe is making beats and like digging for loops and all that stuff. So, you know, he highly respected, you know, in the hip hop world, and you know, when we brought it together, it's just it's magic when me and him get together in the studio.
So it was a point where you thought you was being blackballed, or you know you was being blackballed.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
But clearly that can't be the case if a major label want to do business.
Now they want to do business, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, Tunji, my good friend, helped me sort that out. Before that, nah, wasn't nobody trying to give me no record deals, and nobody, you know.
Why you don't just blackball?
Just, you know, the people, you know, previous situations that I was in, and, you know.
With Jeezy?
Yeah, definitely. That was one situation.
You still going at Jeezy's head on this album?
Not necessarily. I just was speaking, talking about a story that happened. With
Somebody gave him some sneakers.
Yeah, one of my punk ass homeboys came on the tour bus and bought him some sneakers.
Bought Jeezy some sneakers?
Bought him some sneakers, and I was like, nigga, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Some sneakers he designed?
Nah, the Jeezy. It was a show in Chicago. And he wanted some Timberlands or something like that, to go with his outfit. You know what I mean? I wasn't there because, you know, the nigga didn't want to pay me to be there, and I went somewhere else to go get a bag. But my homeboys was dick riding, and they wanted to go to the show. So they was like, can you get us on the bus? Can you get us on the bus? So, you know, I hit them up, and they came on the bus, and, you know, I guess they standing there looking at the nigga in awe or whatever. And he was like, I need some shoes. And then he just, like, used them to, you know, go get him some Timberlands or whatever. And they came back with the shoes. And he was like, these the wrong ones. And he just tossed them one of his homeboys. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, these niggas called me like, hey, man, you think I can get that $200? I was like, $200 for what? They was like, we bought Jeezy some Timbs. And I was like, nigga, fuck you and that nigga. Like, I'm not giving y'all nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I got on them. I'm like, nigga, why you, like, abusing my homeboys like that? You know what I'm saying? Making them, you know, y'all niggas buying rich nigga shoes, y'all fucked up. So I just stopped fucking.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, like that. That's how I felt about that. And I was like, I felt like that was, you know, disrespectful to me. That was like one of the straws that broke the camel's back. And I was like, man, I'm out of here.
So you don't mess with those homeboys no more either?
Not at all.
See, when I heard that line, I heard it all wrong. I thought you said Jeezy was dick riding.
No. I ain't got no problem with Young Jeezy at all. You know what I'm saying? Not at all.
Have y'all ever spoke since any of this went down?
Nah, I done seen him though a couple times.
Word.
Yeah.
And no conversations, just
hell no.
Act like y'all don't see each other.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So it's all good, man. You know, it's hip hop, man. Everybody don't like each other. There's a lot of rappers I don't like, but you know, I know that we in a community, and we in a community in which we gotta, you know, all, you know, be around each other and, you know, and get money. I ain't gonna fuck on my money just because I don't like these niggas.
You talk about that too. You talk about a lot of people who fell off. That last year they was popping, and then this year they fell off, and so people really be feeling themselves, but you don't know where you'll be later on down the line.
I just maintain my humility, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always a humble dude, whether I sell, you know, 2 records or 20,000 records. You know what I mean? The dude downstairs, you know, the janitor might be the CEO of the building one day.
That's
so
real.
I treat everybody the same way, you know, and that's the way I've just been moving my whole career, man. So.
Now, you guys do have very few guest appearances on the album, but they're very impactful.
Boy, the ones you got.
At the same time. So let's talk about how those came about, because you got Killer Mike on the song with Pusha T.
Woo.
Right.
And that was
phenomenal
fire.
record.
Thank you.
Did you ever feel like you wanted to keep rewriting your verse over and over?
Never.
Yeah.
One time thing, you know what I'm saying? I Pusha and Killer Mike definitely inspired me to get in there and go in, you know what I mean? I love Pusha T, man. I can't say enough about him.
I love Pusha. Killer Mike, one of my top 5-7 favorite rappers of all time.
Definitely, Killer Mike is like big bro. Like all the guys that was on the record, man, I pretty much got a personal relationship with.
Yeah, I seen Bay. It's hard to get him to do anything.
Now,
like,
Madlib got his crazy ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that happen?
Man, shout out to Most Def. I see, but I love him too, man.
A record called Education.
Yeah, man. Madlib got that. Madlib pulled that off. Black Thought, that was just a phone call. You know what I mean? And
that's a great combo though to have on the song.
Yeah, everybody. You know, I wanted to challenge myself. You know what I mean? And these are, you know, guys that I look up to. You know, as a kid, and I wanted to, you know, rap alongside of them at a certain point.
Black Thought is scary, bro.
He
like,
is.
do you feel pressure when you're in the booth with him? Like, don't get me wrong, Pusha verse is phenomenal, but Black Thought is. I don't even think people are paying attention the way they should. He's operating on a different level of MCing in this current moment.
I got in the studio with Black. This ain't the first time me and Black Thought did a song before. So, like, I was already like, all right, man, let me, you know, be prepared for what you're about to do to this. You know what I mean? So, you know, he always, like, these guys, they just raise my level of intensity when it comes to rapping. So,
So you don't feel no pressure?
Not at all.
As a lyricist, what one artist you would love to work with and love to do lyrical sparring with?
50 Cent. I want to do a song with 50 Cent. I got a joint for 50 Cent if you want it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me make that happen.
Say that. Say 50 watches the Breakfast Club. He listens every morning.
I'm sure he does. Jay-Z for sure. Nas, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
What about
Definitely not maybe.
What about
Definitely.
Eminem?
Okay, that's cool too. Yeah, I like Eminem too. You know what I'm saying?
What about women?
Women, man, there's some dope female MCs right now. I think that right now it's like, you know, it's definitely a big time for females in rap. You know what I mean? I like Cash Doll. She probably like my favorite like female rapper.
Cash Doll hard.
Yeah, Cash Doll probably my favorite female rapper. It's a lot. I don't know. It's
I can't see you asking nobody for no feature for some reason.
I do, you know what I'm saying? But
He do it in a cool way, I'm sure.
yeah, I ask, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. I don't really like to, kind of, sort of, because I be feeling like people be like, I don't know, rappers be kind of like trying to front on you when you like ask them for features and stuff like that. So it's just, I feel like I'm more so into building a personal relationship up first, and then, you know, we could do a song. It's all good. I'm not tripping on that.
What makes Freddie Gibbs not like a rapper?
Wow. It could be a lot of things. I could just not like your music or whatever, but that don't mean I don't like you. I dislike you as a person. What makes me dislike you as a person is probably just the way you move, the way you act, you know, things you say, you know, the way these niggas dress. Shit like that.
They dress.
Could be anything.
Like
Yeah.
what? Well, like you don't like the tight clothes and all that.
That don't
You don't like
bother
the
me.
pocketbook stuff.
That don't bother me. I got a little man purse right here on the floor right here.
We
Got
call
some-
it a merce.
Yeah, whatever it is. It got some.
Yeah, he do have a merce.
I got my weed and my money and stuff in there, so I gotta carry.
Yeah, it just depends what's in it.
Yeah, it just
If you got
depends
lip
what's in it.
gloss in there, then that might be a little wild.
Yeah, exactly.
Have money and some
chapstick for
weed,
me.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nah, it's just I don't know. I just tend to stay to myself when it comes to
Gotcha.
this.
Now, when it came to picking the beats, did Madlib give you the beats and you just went with what he said, or were you like, I don't like that one? Like, how do you say?
Madlib put all these beats on CDs, so it's like I gotta.
You got a CD player?
No, that's what I was like. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? He gave me a spindle book of CDs, and I'm like, man, I was like, bruh, all right, dog. So Lambo just had to just convert it all over for me. And I was like, man, take these damn CDs, man. I ain't know what you, nigga.
So he had to convert all the CDs?
Yeah, he put everything on CD.
The man ain't got no phone. Lucky he ain't getting it on cassette. He
Yeah,
might have got
that's
no
what I'm
cassette.
saying.
And then the beats
Old is
kind of.
Madlib.
I don't know, but he gave everything on CD, man. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? He's just an unconventional guy, but
Right.
that's what I love about him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
so mysterious and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He come in the room, he don't say much, but you know, you feel his presence though.
And it makes the album unconventional too. And the beat will switch up like in the middle of the song. So
Yeah.
what was the.
I was, you know what? I just wanted to just like do something like different. Like I was like watching like old freestyles of people when they was like rapping over like beats and stuff that are like switch up and stuff. I think I saw Biggie do something over like some Mr. C or something like that, and he was switching the beat.
Mr.
or
C was
something.
DJing,
Yeah, definitely. And then that's what really inspired.
Oh, you
that.
talking about the On the Road to Riches and Diamond Rings?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I kept on, did the song just switch? Or
Yeah. That Mr. C. You be talking bad about Mr. C too, man. You wrong, man.
I did back in the day. But I mean, come on, man. Did you see what he got caught doing?
All right,
That's
Mr.
it.
Good guy, man. Has nothing to do with he's a legend in this game.
I just wanted the man to get an apartment and a boyfriend so he was not getting arrested.
All right.
That's all I wanted.
I
It has
laugh.
nothing to do with,
Be
with
free.
him as a DJ.
Freddie
and-
bought him up. He's a great
He
DJ.
brought him up as a DJ, a musician.
he be going there.
Great. He is a great DJ.
Great DJ.
Yes. I saw you freestyling on, I don't know if it was a freestyle, but it was a rap on
Bootleg Kev.
Bootleg Kev and DJ Head.
You be hating, man.
They're my
You
guys.
always saying so. I don't know. You always got something.
No, man.
That's why I love you. though.
Bootleg
That's
Kev
why-
and Head are my guys, for real, in a real way. Head been on vacation with me and everything. That's my man.
Oh yeah, I love DJ Head
Yeah.
at Bootleg Kev. I knew Bootleg Kev when he was a DJ in
Arizona.
Arizona and Tampa. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
me and we've been connected for years. That's my guy. That's like I was supposed to be in his wedding. I couldn't go.
Why you didn't even make it?
I think I had a show or something like that.
Got you.
You know what I mean? But shout out to him and his
Freddie
wife.
Gibbs
though.
like, I got to get that bag, bro. No
Yeah,
disrespect.
I couldn't go. You know what I'm saying? But that's my dog though.
But it seems for some reason when you did that freestyle, everybody was like, man, Freddie can really rap. I'm like, where y'all been?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You was asleep too, nigga. So what are you
He
talking
didn't
about?
put out no music in 5
Your
years.
music, Freddie.
I done been on this show like 3 times. You still sleep on me. That's correct. That's the fucked up part. It's supposed to be my friend.
I fuck with your album heavy. I was on vacation last week listening to that shit heavy.
Man, no, you don't. I sent you a project one day that you sent me something about some mental health, nigga, and I was like,
That sounds about
I
right.
was like, listen to my album. You was like, hey man, have you really been to counseling lately and checked
Freddie,
on
I
your
was
mental
checking
health?
on you.
That sounds about right.
I was like, nigga,
What is he talking about?
bump this album.
That is Charlamagne. Yo, I know
Have you really looked in the mirror lately and talked about yourself? I'm like, nigga.
And that's a copy and
Send you my
paste
book. Did he
to
send you his book?
everybody.
Yeah, I bought. See, I got your books on my phone. I buy all your books. You don't buy all my albums. That's
Freddie, I was literally listening to your album all last week.
But did you buy it?
I stream music. I don't.
okay.
I ain't bought music in forever.
Okay.
Yeah, I was listening on Tidal. But speaking of mental health,
I like what you're doing with that. See, nigga, like, how's your anxiety?
Here you go.
Do you have anxiety right now?
No, you said you have some PTSD like experiences.
Correct.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Growing up in the hood.
That's why when you talk about that stuff, I can really relate to it. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely some things I've seen that make it hard to like sleep or function and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, so when you talk about those things, I'd be like, damn, Charlotte, okay.
Yeah, even being unlawfully, arrested and overseas, like that had to be a traumatic experience.
Yeah, that was because, I didn't, all the things I did in my life and to be in jail for that, to be about to had 10 years for that was like, oh man, like, damn, like somebody trying to punish me right for no reason.
So what have you done to deal with any of the mental health issues you may be dealing
Who was
with?
it if you went to counseling, brother?
I did. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I can't say whether or not it was helpful or not. I don't know. Maybe I haven't like went enough to know if it's taking a real effect. You know what I mean?
Did you cry?
A little bit.
See, that's
you know
good.
What I'm saying? But I mean, really, man, instead of going to counseling, I really go chop it up with the brothers at the mosque. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Tony
good
Muhammad
too. Love Tony Muhammad.
Brother Reza Islam, they're my homies. You know what I'm saying? So, when I got something that I need to get off my chest, I can chop it up with them about it.
But they provide good counsel.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the route I usually take.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the album is out right now. Make sure you go pick it up.
Yeah, definitely.
We thank you for joining us again.
Appreciate y'all.
You feel like
usual.
this is your best work to date?
It's definitely my best work today. Hopefully I go to the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? If I get a nomination. Yeah, I want to take my mama to the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the highlight of my career.
Is this what you need the majors for stuff like that?
I think so. Everything's political. You know what I mean? Y'all in this game, y'all know. You know what I mean? I think that, like I said, I've been in this game for 10 years plus, but this is the first body of work that I've done that's, getting this kind of love. So.
But major label or not, we've always had you up here.
Yeah, y'all have. Y'all been showing me. Well, you and Envy, not Charlamagne.
You been on my serious show.
Damn lie.
What'd you think about the Freshman XXL cover this year?
Oh man, I liked it. I like the Baby. You know what I'm saying? He's
Baby
one of my
Hard.
favorite rappers. Who else was on that thing this year? Damn. I forgot, but I don't know. I like the Baby. He's like my favorite
All right, that's
rapper
good to
on
know.
that cover.
You like the baby because he be beating people up.
Yeah, that's hard. When he beat the nigga up in the Louis store, I was like, yeah, hell
I know
yeah.
you posted that in your story.
I like the Baby. I like Lil Baby. I like a lot of those guys.
Do you think the game really is still political though? Because I wonder about that. I wonder if like artists need radio as much as people think they do. You have to still play that game.
I mean, my album top 25 Billboard with no radio.
Word.
That's
You know
the
what I'm
Spotify
saying?
ads.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just depends. You got to tailor make your campaign to you. If you're an artist that need radio promo, then, that's cool. I necessarily didn't really, need that for this project. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next project I'll probably do that. But
But you have been in this game for a long time, too.
right,
Very
and
established.
with zero radio. You know what I'm saying? So
I see more politics coming from the streaming side now, like the Spotify's and Apple's. Those the ones playing the game the way radio used to play.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is kind of like the new radio.
Yeah.
You definitely got to, play the game with those people, the Apples, the Spotify's, the Titles, and things of that nature, because they play an integral part in, us getting this music out.
I don't see you wanting to do that dance, Freddie.
I'm doing it, man. Fuck. I'm doing it, man. I got 2 kids. I got 2 kids. I got to.
Yeah.
I got no choices. Either that or go back to the street, and I ain't doing that.
Yeah. Listen, I think that people might have it misconstrued because Freddie Gibbs is actually a very fun, nice, cool, chill person.
Smart. That's the. I don't talk to too many rappers offline.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, to be around. It ain't like he's just always a gangster. Like
Nah,
that.
nah.
He mad cool.
Nah, that's just one element of me, man. I don't really, and I be trying to move away from that, you know what I mean? Because I want to, it's other things that I want to do in my life and my career, you know what I mean? So.
Do you still feel like Gangsta Gibbs?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But I don't got to go, cook no bird up, you know what I'm saying? Or rob nobody, you know what I'm saying, to feel that way, you know what I mean? So.
But you got the song on the album, Half Manna, Half Cocaine.
Half man, half cocaine. Definitely. That's the song I want to get 50 Cent on, so, 50
I can-
Oh, for the remix?
Yeah, listen to that joint if you like it. Let's do it.
you wanted to sign to 50 Cent at one point?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I could have seen that.
Hell yeah, I wanted that. Like,
What year was this?
probably like 2006.
That's when he had MOP at that time.
Yeah, I was like on Interscope about to get dropped, so it was
That would have
like,
made sense. Why did they just put you over to G Unit?
I don't know. I think they had Young Buck or something like
Young
that. They
Buck.
probably think I sounded too much like Young Buck or something like that.
You don't
but
sound like Young
I
Buck.
don't sound like Young Buck at all. Somebody in the building said that though, and they was like, you know, and it just didn't. I don't know. I tried to make it work. I was doing, you know.
You ever have combos with Fifth?
Nah, not at all.
No?
Not directly. You know what I'm saying?
But talk about why it really didn't happen.
Probably because we had like the same kind of management. Barry Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I punched him in the face, so you know what I'm saying.
Is he white or black?
He's on the cusp of both. He like spicy white.
Spicy white.
Yeah, he like mixed. You know what I'm saying?
50 might like that though. He like violence.
You know what I'm saying?
Punch him
But
in the face for what?
because he brought some hoes in the house one day, you know what I'm saying? And I had like a, you know, female that I was dealing with at the time, and he was just trying to like flex on me and stuff, and he like made the hoes get naked and had cocaine
What?
everywhere and stuff like that. Like, I don't really want to put too much of his personal business.
You put it all out there,
Oh
Fred.
my
But-
God.
Let me ask you a question.
But he
Well,
tried to
that's
play me. I was standing at his crib at
that's
the time, and
punchable.
I had to, you know, go in on him one time.
Was the cocaine and hoes for everybody? Or just
It was for everybody, but I wasn't trying to partake. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling at the time.
Yeah.
He just kind of like put me on the spot and fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? But
Like, this is what goes on
this
in
is
this
the kind of
house?
gangster Freddie is.
so that's probably one of the reasons I got dropped, blackballed, and all. Now I was already dropped at the time. By the time that happened, so
I'm trying to figure out why do you punch somebody because they bought some cocaine and hoes over?
Because he had his
Naked
girl
ass
with him.
because I had my girl with me. Dog.
Oh, your main girl.
Yeah, she was there, and it
yeah,
just made me
yeah,
look
yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
It just made me look fucked up. I was like,
Now I got to
damn.
argue with her.
Yeah, now I got to deal with this
Yeah,
bitch.
she's like, this what y'all be doing?
Right, exactly.
But
That's
you
what
can't
I
call
was.
her a bitch, Freddie.
Yeah, you're right. That was wrong.
That's your lady.
Yeah, at the time. Well, she a bitch now. Fuck her. You know what I'm saying?
Bye,
But,
Freddie.
fuck
It's Freddie Gibbs in the Breakfast Club. Good morning.